Let's begin. Let's just fix the question session. It seems like we have a result, but let me just ask out in the lecture hall here. If we are facing Thursday afternoon at 3 o'clock, if we are discussing this one or the Friday, so that's the two options now in my mind. Just to make sure that we don't have a major divergence between the people hooked up and you, let me ask, deciding between these two, who is in favor of Thursday afternoon at 3 o'clock? In here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish, 12-ish. Who is in favor of Friday morning at 9:30? Friday morning at 9:30 it is. No doubt about that. Of course, I'll send an email about this to everyone. Then the plan was just to spend a few minutes. Probably you may not care too much, since now you are finished with the course. Let me see if I can find it. This is just to share with you how I have reported my course to the system, including my sort of summary looks at the evaluation of the course that you've done. I think much of the evaluation part, of course, is open for everyone to have a look at, apart from the one on me personally. Then you can look at all the results. So I'm not going to take you through this. I've done 100% of the teaching. I have things expressed that I think that everything went as planned. I've done these modularized podcasts in English. This was the first time they were done. The website, as you've seen it, is also running for the first time with all the agenda and quiz things. Evaluation summary, Form A. If we look at, if you really find the course is good, it's an average of 4.0, which is, I'm quite happy with that for a stats course, actually. So these are nice numbers, I find. Form B, which is on me, you can see a couple of those related to formidling, communication, I call it in English, and motivation. This is the average. I'm pretty happy with that. So nothing to make me drastically, I find, change my way of doing things, I believe. Among the comments, there are 14 positive comments on what I do, and then there are nice 9 comments on too much anecdotal stuff going on here. Too much, and of course I know, I've seen many evaluations of myself, so this comes as no big surprise to me. It's always a matter of how big is this number, and that I'm looking at compared to. And of course I think this is my style, so if I want this number to be 0, I'm not sure I want, because if I make this number 0, probably this number will also be, if not 0, then smaller, I'm sure. And then we were cut off internet. Anyway, this is not the major part. So just to say, I'm looking at the size of this number, and maybe it's just a little bit too high this year. So I'll maybe just adjust a little bit, try to, and I have to force myself not to become anecdotal. But this is on me. So this is just the Form C, where you emphasize the good things of the course. Many of you mentioned the material on various stuff, which is good. Also, some of you mentioned the lectures again. Of the more constructive part, where we are looking to try to get good ideas of how to improve, you could say, of course I'm looking at all the comments, but I'm also trying to add things up and see what comes more than once. Because if the more often it comes, probably the clearer the signal to me is, right? And I do a bit of trimmed means, I'm sorry about that, but if we have to sleep at nights as teachers and we have students evaluating us 3 times a year, we have to trim away the most extremes. We trim away when people give you like wedding suggestions and things like that, whenever that happens. I have to say, that's quite so many years ago that happened. So anyway, that did happen once actually. And so you actually trim away this, but you also trim away from the other extreme, right? Because otherwise you don't sleep. You cannot make everyone happy. Hopefully you can make a large proportion pretty happy. That's the goal. I do see that I hope to have less IT problems. Not that it was that bad, I find. It's difficult not to have any. We did have some challenges with the quizzes and all in the beginning. Of course, that was a bit irritating on us. That will be gone for the future. Answered suggestions. Some people mention the thing about, now it's in Danish, to do projects or small projects or hand in. This is something we would be happy to do, and we are working on developing the course in that direction. We just need DTU to give us the money to do it. We are waiting for that. Then this one I'm aware of. I should really think about my writing, since I am a bad writer, so I have to think about that. Believe it or not, I do, but then sometimes I forget when you get enthusiastic or stressed. And then also a couple of this anecdotal thing here. So anyway, that's my summary of the report. It's my summary of your evaluation as I share it with the system. Any further comments on all of this? This is the time. You can email me. If you have any suggestions to the whole website or anything, please let me know. We're gonna actually put it into an app as of in the beginning of next year. And I'm going to do a bit of adaptations. Such that it's fully self-contained. I'm going to skip the book and I'm going to use Wikipedia for the app, for the self-contained part, not for the future course. So we're going to have an app with everything put into. So whenever it's ready, I'll probably send you one more CampusNet message on top of all the ones you've received, letting you know that the app is there, and then you can have a look and you can use it as a recap of statistics anywhere you go during nighttime out there, right? That's just to share with you what's going on. Let me stop here. This is not so interesting for you. It's not you so much as it's other students. Let me hook up this one. So we jump to